Hello, all you wonderful people. Yes, I've made it one whole week in Japan by my lonesome, and that right behind me is Osaka Station. It's just a train station, but it literally is a almost multiverse of buildings and places to eat. It's crazy. Well, it may look packed and scary in here, but I'll tell you what, it's actually really easy to find your way around in Japan because there's a ton of signs almost everywhere. I'll tell you what though, Japan has been awesome. Everyone's really nice. If you have a problem, as Rob Van Winkle, aka Vanilla Ice would say, yo, DJ, check this hook is, yo, I'll solve it. Check out this hook as a DJ revolve it. Ice, ice, baby, bam, 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 bam. You gotta get the ch in there because if not, it's Under Pressure by Queen. This place truly is like the Disney World of train stations. Speaking of trains, my whole life I've been driven places. I've gone on rides places, but I've never been taken places. So I had to adjust to life with taking the trains here in Japan. I'll tell you that the first time I did it, I was a nervous wreck. But you start looking around, you start looking at the signs, and you see that there's signs in English, and you can understand everything if you speak English. Now, if you don't speak English and you don't speak Japanese, you might have a problem in Japan. And though, yes, Japan is different from America, there are some things that are very similar, like McDonald's. There are McDonald's in some of the train stations. This is pretty cool. Oh, man. Yeah, the Pokemon. I walked up 9 floors of stairs to see the Pokemon Center in Osaka Station. And boy, oh boy, it's not disappointing so far. In case you were wanting a whole roll of Charmanders, some awake, some asleep, this is where you can get them. So we got some Mudkips for you. Some Mudkips. Mudkips. Hello, I am a Mudkip. This is what I do. Oh, Charizards and Pikachus. Did they make a new Pokemon Stadium? Is this Pokemon Stadium? N64? Pokemon Stadium, maybe? What is this, a Jokamon? This is a Pokemon. Okay, yes, there's a whole floor dedicated to just Pokemon things. Pokemon things. Pokemon things. Dude, I think this is a real Snorlax. Yeah, in Osaka Station, they actually have a movie theater on the top floor. They show movies here. Attack on Titan's playing here. Unfortunately, I don't speak Japanese, so it makes it very hard to go see a movie that's in all Japanese. I probably would have a hard time understanding the Nihongo ga. Nihongo ga. I'm not even on the top floor of Osaka Station yet. Look at this. So Japan likes to build up and down. And for the first time in my life, I also had to go underground to go find stuff. And there's a lot of stuff underground, surprisingly. There's a whole malls underground here in Japan. And if you're nervous about getting lost in Japan or trying to find where you live, you know, if you have a map and have words in katakana, hiragana, and kanji, people are more than happy just to help you find your way. Like, I got lost multiple times here in Japan, and I've had people actually go out of their way to help me get to where I'm at. I always recommend be friendly, be nice to people. They'll be nice back to you, especially if you're a weird looking American like me. And yes, folks, you can travel all the way around the world, but that right there, that is the place. Oh, the smell of popcorn's in the air. Must be at the movie theater. Look at all the posters you can take here. I don't know any of these movies. Oh, there's Pam. Last Nights. My Intern, I don't know that. Michelangelo Project. Whoa. Wait a minute. This is the Monument Man. This movie's terrible. And look at this. It's a poster for the Attack on Titan movie. I'd like to see this, but once again, I don't know Japanese. End of the world. I'd look like a total nerd if I picked up one of these. It's also hard to tell what movie you want to see when you can't read katakana and hiragana. Makes it a little hard, but maybe I could go see S, the movie. Speaking of movies, did you know that Tommy Lee Jones is actually the head spokesman for a drink called Boss, Premium Boss drink? if you look at the posters and the pictures of him, he looks like he's staring off into the distance, staring into someone's soul. Okay, there's a farm on a roof of a train station. There's a farm on the roof of a train station. Now kids, if you would say, Scott, on the top of a train station you will find a farm, I would say, I do not believe you. But in Japan, things may surprise you. There is a farm on top of a train station, Osaka train station. Speaking of which, I went scourging for food in a max value. Sorry, dyslexia getting the best of me again. They have normal food. They got pizzas there. They do have a lot of fish. They have a lot of ramen. One thing I've noticed about the food, the marketing here in Japan, Japan loves cute things. They love kawaii things. And, you know, you want to go with that flow or get busy dying, as Morgan Freeman says. So keep that cute stuff going, right? Oh, they're taking pictures of me, are they? Oh, I'm taking pictures of them. So as the sun sets on my first week in Japan, I do have to reflect on things. This place is amazing. I've learned a lot so far. I've met a lot of new people. I haven't made that many friends yet. Started my job. I'm really enjoying it out here. It's one of the nicest places in the world. At first, it's a little scary. There's a scene in Big where Tom Hanks is first getting into the city and he turns on his TV and he hears through the TV. He shuts it off because he's scared. He's an adult, or a kid in an adult's body. And he shuts off the TV, and all of a sudden out the window he hears the exact same thing that's going on in that same scene in the movie outside the window. Life is kind of like that for the first couple days. And then it gets better. You start not worrying about, hey, what happens if I miss this train? There'll be a train right behind it. What happens if I get off at the wrong stop? You can just get off at the next stop. Don't worry about things. Things work out. And folks, if I can do this, anyone can do this. You can do it, I can do it, we can all do it, folks. So stay groovy and remember, stay positive. And if you're wondering, yes, every corner of every street, there's a vending machine, so you can always have a lot of drinks.